Welcome, everyone, to season 13, episode 11 of The Will Reads. Woo! What's up, guys?
Hey,
Hey.
Hey, Ran the man? Really? Ran?
Rand?
confession. I'm not sure if I listened to these chapters. I thought I did, but now I mean, we'll figure out when we start talking if
Parlay?
I remember them or not. Oh yeah, no, I did. I just forgot what they were.
Good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Good.
They're good chapters.
Good.
yes.
Good,
Well,
good,
there's
good.
one thing we've been waiting for and needed to happen.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Gosh.
Finally. About time. So happy Veterans Day, Remembrance Day, Armistice Day, whatever part of the world you're in and you celebrate this day. It was the end of the war to end all wars that lasted for about 10 years before another war started.
Yeah.
It lasted about 20 years. I don't know. Was it 1918 to 42? So yeah, it lasted a little bit of peace. Yeah. So World War II started. Anyway.
Can I tell you how awesome Veterans Day is in America? So if you know a veteran, like they've told you, it's like you make the absolute best friends of your life. You become closer to people than you could ever be. And then when it's over, you just get sprinkled across America again. And it's so hard to see each other.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of y'all that haven't been in the US, just watch some of the videos that people from Britain post when they come over here about how big America is. It's huge. So somebody in California, it's not easy for me to go visit them. So anyways, all my friends, veteran friends, sprinkled everywhere. None of them are in Virginia. My kids had school. Like, they don't give the kids off for the holiday. And everybody else I know had to work today. So I was off and I was just at home twiddling my thumbs.
I was off.
Thinking about stuff. Well, you should have come and hung out with me.
Well, I was busy. I went and bought a couch because it's Veterans Day, so they have sales.
Oh, yeah. So instead of visiting one of your veteran friends and playing pickleball with them, you take advantage of the sales. I see where your priorities are.
You didn't go to Mission Barbecue?
No, I thought about getting a free meal, but I've never done that.
Dude, the line was around the building.
Yeah.
I was like, good.
I'm not against it. I just never have.
Yeah.
So anyways, so I got antsy, and I guess I'll do my
personal life,
what's going on in my world, since I'm already rambling.
Sure.
And then you get back to whatever. Like, I woke up, I was like, I got to do something. Like, I called a couple of my buddies, and like, we talked about the good old days and, deployments and stuff like that. And it was cool. Like, I like connecting with those guys, but then it made it a really somber day. Watched a couple episodes of Band of Brothers, and then I was like, no, I can't just sit on my couch all day by myself and like weep. So I installed another shelf in my pantry because we needed more space. I wanted my coffee cups above the coffee maker, and we had moved where the coffee maker is. So in order to move the coffee cups to the shelf directly above the coffee maker, everything else in the kitchen had to move.
Sounds about
right. And so I spent... Yeah, and that's not a quick thing. Probably 3 hours of rearranging the kitchen, and nothing is in its original space. So Jacqueline's going to have fun for a couple days figuring out where I put stuff in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh, and then I finally connected the water to the ice maker on the fridge. So
yay.
We'll have ice. Yeah, so I was a little productive today.
Cool.
Yeah. And then I forgot about this. I forgot it was Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I went and bought a couch. Let's see what else is new. What's going on?
Wait, do you have an old couch you're getting rid of?
No, the renovation got done, so we didn't buy. We didn't get rid of old stuff. We had to buy new stuff for it. So the renovation's 99.9% done. So it's not completely done, but it's like we're moved in. I'm recording in my new space, so. Yeah.
Cool.
So that's new.
Wait, you're in your new spot? Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your closet / office?
Yeah.
Can you take down like your backdrop at least once and kind of show us around?
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
You ready for me to take down the backdrop?
Yeah.
It's a green screen. So it's really
Oh.
and,
You got me.
got him.
Well, that's why it looks so crisp when you put that up.
This is the only way his wife will allow him to stay in the house.
She's behind the screen right now, doing work behind me because it's a double office. So,
Ooh.
wait,
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hey. Hi.
So if I had the screen down, you'd see her in all my clothes behind me, and that's just not going to happen. In all her
That's
clothes,
cool though.
which is not going to happen. But yeah, so the Cloffice.
Well, I love that for you.
Yeah. So fun times. But yeah, that's all we're really this weekend. We moved everything in and finally, and then yeah. Did some shopping today, hung out. I don't know. What else did we do? That's it. Drove the kids around.
Yeah. I'm on the same kind of boat as Ian, where what he was talking about having to work. Like they load the holiday into December. Like back in the day when we were kids, we got all the holidays off, and we
back when I was a young lad.
Back when I was a kid, you know. And they also like planned for hurricane days, and they planned for snow days. Like that stuff was built in. Now it's like they have to be there 157.35 hours, and if we don't get at least that much, then we can't graduate them, and you know we can't pass them along to the next grade, even though they do anyway. It's like complete and total BS. And you know, working at the community college, I was like, "Am I gonna get the day? Am I gonna get the day?" And they're like, "No, we moved it to December," which I'm grateful for getting 2 weeks off in December. But I like to have my 2 weeks off and Veterans Day, etc.
Right.
Yeah, I wish the kids had it off. And what kills me, the elementary school kids, Ronan, he's my last one in elementary school. All day it's not even like a day of learning. It's like they have a Veterans Day program that takes up half the day that the whole school participates in. So like I could go to that, but he's not even a part of it this year. I don't want to go and watch a bunch of elementary school kids that aren't mine sing songs and shit. I want my kids to be home with me and we go do stuff.
Yeah.
Like, anyways, it's dumb. I should have just took them out of school.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the clip where it's Childish Gambino doing like "This Is America" for every time we start complaining about everything that's different.
Get it ready.
Yeah, I don't.
We only have it. Yes, get it ready. Yeah. Is our government open yet?
Nope.
No, we've taken a step towards it. I think they tossed it to the House now.
Yep, so it's in the House. So we'll see.
I thought they'd hold it up in the Senate a little bit longer. Rand Paul seemed like he was gonna try and ratchet things up a bit, but
Yep. Sounds about right. Yeah, so it might be opening up soon. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Anyways, you guys want to talk about Wheel of Time?
Yeah. Well, there's one thing I want to talk about. The rest, there's still good stuff, but one thing overshadows everything. But I'm here for it all. I'm ready.
All right. Well, we'll start with chapter 24, To Make a Stand. And we start with Elaine, because this is right after the whole thing with Elaine being pretty dumb. And
I was a little harsh on her. It could have been a mood, but I was harsh on her and Egwene recently.
Yeah, you were.
I'm not retracting it, but maybe I could have been not as harsh.
Well, Melfane is being very harsh with Elaine because she's like
stern. Let's use a different word. She's being stern.
She's being stern. She's like, "Yep, you're gonna be weeks in bed rest." She's like, "But I'm a queen. I have stuff to do." She's like, "Yeah, and I'm telling you, you're not allowed to move your bed." And
you literally got stabbed.
She's like, "Who are you to tell me is I can talk to all these guards and they'll all agree with me right now because you're pregnant and I'm the midwife." And
she's like, "There's not a guard nor attendant that will let you move." And she's like, "Yeah, they might even tie me down to the bed." Like, she actually seemed kind of excited about that idea. So if we see her up and running, it's because we know she likes to be tied down.
Yeah.
I gotta say something controversial here.
Okay.
And it's one of those topics that bringing it up when it's 3 guys on a show. It's obviously not a great topic to bring up, but it's what I've experienced in life. So this is experiences by Ian being around pregnant women. Yeah, Alan just went, uh-oh. Do I kick him off? No.
So what happened?
And I want to try and say without being controversial, but like there's a truth to it, right? Pregnancy is different for every woman. I mean, everything in life is different for everybody. I get it. But I mean, creating life in the womb, it is so wildly complicated. There's some women that go through it and they never skip a beat. They're physically able to do all their workouts the whole time, and like they never get sick and everything's great. And there's no like hormonal, emotional imbalance and ups and downs. And then there's some on the opposite end of the spectrum and everything in between. Mm-hmm. But the reality is, like, either you as the woman have to be good at reflecting and self-assessment and understanding what you can and can't do, or you've got to be surrounded by people that you actually trust and you actually listen to their advice. And as they're watching you have issues like trying to slow you down, it's not a negative thing to have to pause something that you normally do in your life or change things that you normally do or would do because you're pregnant. But I've also run into, and I was married to at one point, to a woman who was convinced they could do everything. And from the outside looking in, not just me, but friends and other family members, like, no, you can't. You're not okay. You need to chill out. And anyways, I mean, it's part of life, I guess, and loving a pregnant woman and helping her through that. But yeah, you can't always do everything.
Things. Sometimes. Depends.
It depends. But you gotta trust the people around you that love you.
Every other night, but
what'd you say, Chris?
Nothing. It's not worth repeating. Heard it.
Look, if one person's getting canceled tonight, let it be me. You don't need to come with me, Chris.
There you go. Yeah.
I said that as nicely as I could.
You did. She's been put on a strict diet. She's on bed rest.
Mm-hmm. Brigitte comes in.
How it's gonna go. Brigitte comes in,
gives her update as well. She's like, "I'm not gonna even scold you right now. I just need to give you an update." You know,
and she was like, I feel Brigitte on this moment because she's like, "I'm not angry at you. I'm angry that you did not trust me. Like, you made me your warder, but then you won't let me protect you."
Right.
Like, what's the deal?
So this is okay. It's not against Brigitte though, and this goes into what I'm saying. I think Elaine is not just doing this stuff because she's queen. I think part of it is the being pregnant and trying to prove herself that she could still do everything. And I know that wasn't discussed in the books. It wasn't hinted at. This is just my own personal experiences coming through.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if she wasn't pregnant, would she have still felt the need to work around everybody's back and do this? No, I feel like she's kind of pushing back on everybody, trying to, drink your milk, drink this, you can't have alcohol, this, and everybody pampering her because she's pregnant and she has this angst and like, I could still do things. And it felt like this was her going, look, I could still do this. And then obviously royally effing it up. I don't think it was necessarily her not trusting Brigitte or like ending towards her. It was her trying to prove that she could still do shit.
Good point.
While pregnant.
Yeah, Elaine knows how Brigitte feels anyway through the bond. So
sure.
Yeah. There's that thing too.
Yeah, they do.
And then also Matt comes in and she gives the medallion back to Matt.
Well, I want to go back for a second because there's the moment that she realized there's terror for her children now. There's a moment of terror.
Yes. She's like before she didn't worry about it, but now it's like that was too real.
Yeah, I think hopefully, we're gonna have a more sensible Elaine in the sense that she's gonna be thinking about her children's safety and not putting men's viewing to the forefront. So Yeah, there's that. And then Matt definitely comes in. She definitely gives him back his medallion. He's like, well, did you duplicate it? She's like, in her mind, well, I did, and one of them's gone, but she's like, yeah, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
She's like, and it
So
did save my life.
did she ever fess up that the copy got taken?
No.
Did she told anybody? Yeah, I didn't think so.
No.
I think it's gonna come back to bite him in a big way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And Matt says something about the golem too, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but he does bring that up too.
Nothing. Like he says we need to talk about the golem, and then
then it
moves on to Iseralda. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, doesn't she tell Matt though that, oh, by the way, they're after you?
Yes, she does. Yeah.
Yeah, because she did share the intel that she got.
Yeah. Definitely.
If we trust it.
Yeah.
Well, I think we could trust it. I mean, we know as readers that they definitely want them dead for more than one reason.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
What she didn't tell him was, I think, the stupider thing, which was, they're looking at potentially a siege of, her area. Like, why not tell Matt?
They're about to come under attack.
Yeah, why not tell Matt, who has the entire band of the Red Hand, who also has a militaristic mind, and his best friend's Brigitte? Like,
communication in the Wheel of Time? No.
I'm bouncing back and forth even as we talk, so I'm thinking about it. Like, I want to give Elaine such crap still, but she's new at being a ruler. Yeah, she was kind of raised around it, but she is still figuring things out. So, like, knowing when to take charge and when to let the people that are experts that are supporting you, when to let them take charge on things, like, that's always a decision you have to make as the top dog, right?
Yeah.
And there's a time and a place for both. And I think that's where she's struggling. I think right now she's leaning too much on herself.
Yeah.
She knows what Matt is capable of. That's not a secret anymore. In fact, she's one of the few people that, like, trust his abilities completely at this point. And obviously Brigitte is Brigitte, but, like, she still feels like her plan and her way of doing things has to be the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I knew that threat was coming, and then I look around at my resources and right in front of me I have those two people, I would probably be talking to Matt first and be like, Matt, hey, XYZ's going down. Can you be my number one in protecting against that? And then just let him run with it. Right? Yeah. I'd feel very safe in that decision. So why is she holding on to it? I don't know. Maybe she's struggling with that delegation of power there.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yep. And then we switch to Rodell. Yay. Good old Rodell.
There was much rejoicing.
No, there wasn't rejoicing in the scene at all.
You're right. It was
no. Yeah, Rodell and Yoli, they ride up into Meridon together and go immediately to go see Verum, who is the noble who's been left in charge of Meridon.
You mean the Dark Friend?
Yeah, who hasn't led them in. And Rodell just bursts into his chambers. He's like, "How dare you come without being summoned?" And he goes, "All right, Dark Friend, like, listen here." Like, he's like, "How dare you call me Dark Friend?" It's like, either that or you're an idiot. Like, one of the two. Like, there is not a single man in the Borderlands that would, when the shadows outside your gates, like Shadow Spawn, would deny entry. Doesn't matter how large the force is. It's not an invading force. We have Shadow Spawn, and you just let us out there to die? Like, either you're a Dark Friend or you're just an idiot. One of the two.
So we just transitioned into Lord of the Rings here.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of a hybrid of.
You know what? You're absolutely right.
So it's a combination of two things. It's the King of Rohan.
Yeah.
And then it's also the steward of whatchamacallit.
Mm-hmm. Up in the big cliff tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big with the white tree.
Yeah.
People would be disappointed at us.
Yes.
I was hoping y'all would feel
it. All right. This week we can rewatch the entire extended cut trilogy again.
Yeah. Anyways, but it's the combination of those two. Like, in fact, in my mind, as they're having this conversation, the dude is chomping on tomatoes and shit spitting out of his mouth.
Yes. Oh,
Like,
I see that.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what this scene felt like.
And Rodell realized he's dragon sworn. He's like, I come authority of Randolph Thorn. He goes, oh, so you're dragon sworn. He goes, I'm not. Well,
yeah, I guess you're right.
I guess I am.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: like, everybody's about to be, unless you're against him. You're the
Denethor. There you go. Thank
yeah.
you.
Okay. Whew. Thanks for the save.
You still have to watch all the movies, Alan.
I do.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh no! What a horrible punishment!
Oh no! I guess that's. And I have to read the books again. I haven't read Lord of the Rings in so long. I read The Hobbit because I've read it to my kid recently, and I listened to it again, and I read it cover to cover because we got the really, really pretty like illustrated version of The Hobbit that has.
Oh, that's great!
It's really pretty. It's beautiful. So, yeah.
I haven't read Lord of the Rings since middle school. I read it twice. Both times I was in school suspension.
Yeah.
Confession. I didn't want to ruin the movies for myself.
Uh-huh.
I'll leave it like there. You can draw your own conclusion. And I was a kid when they came out.
So you've watched the movies, but you've never read the books.
So maybe one of the few examples where the movies do enough justice to the books that you get all of the real meaning of the story. But there are, I was gonna say there's so many little side quests that don't make the movie that you would enjoy. You would enjoy reading, Chris.
Yeah, you'd enjoy reading it.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's good.
My brother says the same thing. He's not a reader, but he read all of them, and I'm like, I should be ashamed of myself, but I'm not.
You're gonna find a few things, and you're gonna be like, "Why did this never make the movie?" And then there's a handful of things that it's obvious there was no room to put in the movie, but it's still neat.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah.
Look, we already sat through 3 hours each movie. You could have made it 6. Like, we could have.
Right. They should have just got everything in there.
Yeah.
They filmed enough too. That's for sure.
You could have made each book a trilogy and called it a day.
Yeah.
So, Yoli, obviously, Varum then tells Yoli, like, he's gonna be executed as soon as the Lord gets back, blah blah, for killing his own kinsmen. Because apparently, to go save Rodell, he had to kill people to get out of there. And and very much like samurai or Japanese culture, he has done dishonor, so therefore his life is forfeit. His life is forfeit.
Yeah.
And like,
not only that,
you're a good soldier. Like, that's not true at all. He's like, nope, that's the way up here. Like, I did wrong. I did right by doing wrong. So
he's like, you won't even take this from me. Like, I'm going to demand that I'm killed. Like, that's
right. It's he chooses that. Yeah. He believes.
Yeah,
like that has to be the way. That is the punishment. That's the only way for
Aquaman or whatever his name is. He looks like he's packing up and trying to get the heck out of there. Like, there was suitcases out and his clothes were everywhere. And like, why would you let these men die when you're trying to get the heck out of there? At least you seemingly trying to get the heck out of there. So
Yep. Anything else from this whole scene? Do you think Varum's a dark friend?
Yeah, just because I don't know Perrin. Yeah.
Varum, the guy, the noble guy that they call.
I'm just gonna make him one, just because, just like you said, if you weren't with me, you're against me. You're a dark friend. Sounds like
just an idiot.
Sounds like a white coat.
If he is, he's like a Pater type dark friend, like a low level.
Just got it. Just joined from
but I don't get dark friend vibes. I just get fear and power.
Yeah.
Fear and greed.
I mean, I agree with you. I just want him to be a dark friend just because it makes more sense that way.
Yeah.
I think he should be treated like one regardless. I mean, at this to be in a position of authority and power at this time with all this going on and acting the way he is, might as well hang him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then cue Eye of the Tiger training montage with Perrin and Hopper and the Wolf Dream.
Oh yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Why can't I catch them?
I mean, before we had that, we had this nice little scene with him with Fail, and she's using the silver comb that he got her, and he's just like, "Oh, I love my wife," and he's like, "We're going to fight the White Cloaks," and she's like, "Really? You don't sound so enthused about it." He's like, "Well, I'm not. Don't want to do it.
There's no other way.
Do it. No other way."
Yeah.
And that's when we get our montage where he pops in the camp and he can't find Hopper, and he's looking for Hopper, and then he senses the other wolves.
Yep, goes to drag him out, and feels the wolves all gathering, and then all of a sudden, morning light, one of the wolves winks out at the dream, and he's like, "Slayer."
Well, we fast forwarded through that because there's a funny part. There's a funny part where every time he would sense them and try to go where they're at, and then they would go further or go somewhere else. And when he sensed them again, they were like giggling at him.
Yeah.
They were like, can't catch me. Yeah.
It's a bed that I like imagine the hyenas.
Yeah.
From Lion King. Like,
they're having a good old time.
Yeah.
Say it again.
They're just like, and then vanish.
Yeah. But also, like, when he talks to Hopper about it, Hopper's like, "Yeah, man, you're doing better."
Yeah.
He's still not quite getting it, but you're trying.
Well, and that's the point. So you said it without saying it, but that's what I gathered. He's like, "You come too strong, you young bull." I was like, "Well, that's what she told me, because that's what she said." It more or less is you're trying too hard. Like, he just doesn't. He's not getting it until he gets it. He's like, in order for me to catch you, to keep up with you, like, I have to shift and become a wolf. And he's like, "Well, why? Why do you have to shift? Why do you have to become a wolf?" "Well, that's how it has to be done."
You're putting these rules on yourself.
Yeah.
He's like, "Why is that how it has to be done?" He's like, "Because that's the way it is." He's like, "But the wolves don't say that's the way it is. The world doesn't say that's the way it is. You decided this is the way it is.
This is
this is the way."
He's like, "Perrin, you learn very quickly, and you learn nothing at all." He's like, "We're not hunting the white stag. You're playing with us." And he said, "Stop blaming the wolves for the chase."
It's funny because Perrin latched onto it, and Perrin and Hopper figured it out together. A wolf that is 100% wolf teaching a half man, half wolf, is difficult. But then you compare it to Egwene learning from the wise ones, and because they're able to communicate human to human, like learning some of these simple facts of what it's like in the Wolf Dream or Teleron Riyadh, it came a lot quicker to her. Not because she's stronger. In fact, I think Perrin is going to have much more power in this landscape than Egwene and the Wise Ones could ever dream of. But it's harder for him to learn because he doesn't have a human teacher.
Right.
Which, if they were communicating, that he could have a human teacher. He could have any number of them.
Yeah.
Because he's it could be learning from them. We're seeing him becoming able to do. So we have that moment where he's just like, "Well, can I run like a wolf without doing what I've been doing?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay." And he's like, there's a moment where he has a thought outside of the dream, and then he's like covered in feathers.
Yeah.
And they're like, Hopper says, "Get lost in a dream and it becomes a reality." And he's like, "So whatever I think of here can happen?" And Hopper's like, "Well, I guess that's the case." He's like, "So I can just think and boom, I can be." And then he started to like pick up on it. And Hopper's like, "Yeah, follow with your senses. Like, find the impression, smell it, sense it." Like,
yeah.
And that's when it starts to click. Like, he's like, "Wait a second. There are differences behind the smells. There is essentially a vibe that things put off."
Yeah.
And if I can sense it, I can find it, and I can go to it.
There's an aura.
And then all of a sudden you start hearing 311 in the background. Amber is the color of her energy. What?
Yeah.
And that's when you hear the wolf howl in pain as he's figuring it all out. we hear a death of a wolf.
Yeah. And then the death is final in the wolf dream. That means they'll never be reborn. So it's kind of a big deal. And Perrin ends up tracking down Slayer and Slayer's surprised by this because Slayer's like, oh, I didn't expect you to find me. And
he's literally
he doesn't say it, but he just like gives like this and then immediately runs. And then but Perrin's able to follow and like follows to some docks and he's like, wait, you can follow me now? But then Slayer finally like turns to attack and Perrin realizes
levels up. Apparently Slayer can control this environment a little bit more than Perrin can.
Pretty cool how like again Perrin pops in and he's literally like filleting, he's skinning the wolf. Like that's not cool, but there's the description like this tan muscular man that looks just like Lan.
Yeah.
And then Perrin like he gets away, Perrin chases, Perrin shatters his bow, he's coming at him strong, and then that's when he meets him by the ocean and like he gets dropped in the water freezes over like ice,
right?
And then he comes up out of the water and then there's ropes that grab him and he's like literally Slayer reconstructs the bow, has an arrow notched at his heart, and he like skips out of the way.
He pops up.
Goes Moses, parts the water perfectly so we could shoot the arrow directly at him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then Perrin decides he's not really a match for this, so he wakes up, gets out of the dream, and wakes up. Fail's still asleep. It's the middle of night. He goes out and his guards are still, doing their job, guarding his tent, and he's like, "Hey, don't follow me. I got stuff to take care of. I gotta go clear
my woman.
Keep an eye on my woman. I'm gonna go clear my head." And goes and finds an axe, not a battle axe, just a regular woods axe.
Of course, Gull is with him because he can't tell Gull no.
Yep. Yeah. But Gull's not giving him a hard time and not talking to him. Gull's just doing his thing. And then, and he starts chopping wood, which is very, very, very therapeutic. Actually,
it is. I love chopping wood.
Yeah, chopping wood's great.
Great workout.
It is fantastic workout.
Believe it or not, I'm actually pretty good at it.
Yeah, I say it.
I find that hard to believe, Chris.
I have cousins that actually have to chop wood. Yeah. And then I go up and I'm like, you can't chop that piece? They're like, nobody can chop that piece. That wood is too hard. I'm like, well, let me see the axe.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, I guess somebody could chop through it. We're just not somebody.
Yeah.
Guess I must be nobody. Yeah.
I need to sharpen my axe, actually. Last time I went to chop, it's too dull. Like, it just keeps getting stuck. I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I once spent a winter chopping down trees in my ex's parents' yard with an axe. Yeah. It was fun. Yep.
That would be a ton of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
Felling trees with axes and stuff. There's specialized axes for that, for cutting down trees versus chopping.
Oh,
yeah, there's splitting axes and cutting axes. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I was splitting axe and I was going at these trees. When I tell you, like, I broke 2 handles. But
swinging sideways with a splitting axe is hard work. You probably didn't notice it.
I remember breaking Ian's dad's axe in high school because we went down the dirt ramps and they had cut down. So, like, there used to be these old BMX dirt ramps back by Ian's house as a kid. And the city hated that kids would go hang out in the woods back there and jump because they didn't want kids.
Yeah, God forbid us have fun.
God forbid kids have fun. So, like, the city actually went and cut down trees over the ramps to prevent bikes from jumping. So Ian and I went out there with some wood axe and tried to chop the trees up to move them and rebuild the ramps. And we ended up breaking the head off the axe. Yeah.
I mean, it was old growth wood and it was they were freshly cut, so it was wet, green, fresh, sticky, green wood.
Oh yeah.
We had no hope with the
we had no hope to cut. We needed a chainsaw, not a wood axe.
We needed a big old chainsaw, and
it's not what we had. Yeah, we made a good dent into that one before it broke the axe, but yeah, it happens. But yeah,
you know what's crazy? Okay, so the city was like, well, if we keep them from riding their bikes through here, then what did they think? Did they think, oh, well, then they'll just go home and do Bible study with their family? No. We found other ways to do stupid shit and get in trouble.
I think it was along the lines of like they were worried about lawsuit. Like,
it was a liability thing,
but
I did all sorts of stupid stuff on public property, and it didn't end there.
No. Yeah. But my youth was spit at those ramps. I mean, we used to go there all the time, and yeah, even as kids, I broke my arm when I was a kid on those ramps. I was 5th grade. Yeah.
We had a friend when I met y'all. When I met the crew, he was still in a cast. It broke his leg.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I caught the tail end of it. Literally, I moved there, and the ramps were there, and we were checking them out. I was like, "Oh, this is cool." And then it was within like a month or two, or like that summer, when they cut the trees down.
Cut the trees down and destroyed the ramps. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're fun.
I forgot to be angry about that. Thanks for reminding me.
Good times. So yeah, goes to chop wood, and he smells Elias coming. Not quite man, not quite wolf, and has these deep philosophical thoughts about different types of lords, and and Perrin realizes some lords are actually a good thing, and talking to Elias, Elias tells him about balance, and that's kind of the big lesson here is the balance between man and wolf and balancing that.
Well, he also learned something else, that Perrin is going to have to walk his own path with this.
Yes.
Because Elias made a decision that Perrin has already crossed that line. Right. Elias doesn't dabble in the dream.
Right.
It's too dangerous. He doesn't mess with that. And Perrin not only has been doing that, but I think he's realized that being able to do it and do it well and learn from Hopper is something he has to do.
Right.
So he can't learn that from Elias. And he had Elias on this huge pedestal as a mentor, but there's some things he's going to have to learn and figure out on his own.
Well, he also realized something even more important than all of that. He realized that he's a complex man that wants a simple life. His whole life he thought he was a simple man doing simple man things, wanting to be a simple man place. But even just re-listening to The Eye of the World and hearing his thought processes and watching him go through. Yeah, we joked about it 6 years ago about how he's so meticulous.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and he talks about that here, like how he used to be and like what happened to him. He's having those reminiscent thoughts of like, man, I used to be such a more just meticulous person and thorough and thoughtful and slow to move, and like now I'm not anymore, and I've changed so much. Yeah,
and he's realized it's like maybe I am ready to be a lord.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought about this when I was rereading Eye of the World and whatnot. And other than Matt, I think Matt is the surprise. But I think everybody else in the community knew Perrin and Rand were going to be leaders there. Once Perrin and Rand officially became of age, they were going to be running shit.
Yeah.
And they were being groomed for that.
Yeah.
Could be me reading into it, but had all this not happened, it would have taken longer. But I don't think Rand and Perrin would have just slowly become part of the men's group or whatever they call themselves,
Village Council,
and just be the same like everybody else. They were being groomed to run shit.
Yeah,
agreed.
Sounds good. Well, you guys ready to move to the next chapter? That's how we end this one.
Bandar Evan, return to Bandar
Evan. So last time we mentioned this last episode. Last time we were in Bandar Evan, Rand was like, "Deuces, you guys are screwed. The food's all gone bad. I'm out. Fend for yourselves."
But Rand the magician shows up. It's like, "What do you mean everything's bad? Look at that." And they're like, "Oh shit, it's good." Yeah. You're like, "Yeah." This was a weird section for me. It was.
Yeah. It was.
Rand played it weirdly.
Yeah, but he returns to Domain with men, Nafe and 2 other maidens, and he goes and picks out Durham, as Min starts to have visions, you know. But yeah, so I mean, they're sitting there walking through the streets.
He's honestly a little bit down on himself. Like, I'm not gonna go as
Yes.
far as saying he's depressed, but he's talking about how he pretty much led this land to ruin. And she's like, I see around you excellence. Like, I see sunlight. And he's like, well, the sun's right there. She's like, not that sunlight, the other sunlight.
Yeah.
She's like, I see you holding a brilliant sword. I see a crown. I see this. I see that. She's like, it's all positive. Now look to the left, and that man's going to be wearing armor. And he's going to be at the last battle, and that woman's going to become an Aes Sedai, and that one's going to protect that woman at some point, and that one's going to protect you at some point. Like, she's like, this.
And she looks down the street and sees visions everywhere, and everyone's like, this place is important.
Question. Let's say, and this is for Chris, obviously, maybe Alan, I don't know, because maybe this is never answered. If Min had gone there before Rand had like his breaking moment, going to Dragon Mount, and then finally becoming Zen Rand, if she had gone there just before that, but after Rand left last time, left him to die, would she have seen those visions around those people?
No.
I think no also. I think she might have seen very opposite. I think she would have seen the despair, the very negative outcomes of their lives, the death, the destruction, the killing of each other, the stealing,
which goes to show you that she's seeing possibilities in her viewings.
Right.
Probabilities, possibilities, I think, you know.
Strong probabilities. Well, we've talked about Ta'Veren and what they can and can't do. I think each one of them has opportunities, decision points where they can radically change the outcomes and people around them and where they're going to end up. Obviously, Rand, probably being the strongest, and his Zen moment is like a radical change. That was a huge tipping point, and he was on the precipice of could have gone either way. And if he'd have gone the other way, the whole world would have been wildly different, sort of thing. So, made me think of that.
You would have just hit the reset.
Yeah,
it would have been Dragon Mount 2.0.
Interesting.
Yeah, because everybody here
was, and he was drawing in the light the same way Theron did.
Yep, it was about to go down. So, what's crazy is, I semi joked about how weird this played out. Like it just felt odd the way Rand played this. But what I saw happening was these people that were stuck on this trajectory of death and despair. And all these people that used to be soldiers, used to be this, had all this other potential. They were just withering away into just the less than basic human instinct. By him just showing up and like recognizing them and saying, "Hey, you're a soldier," and it like reminded them, like, "Oh, wait, yeah, hold on, I am a soldier, a captain. No, yeah, I am that." It's like they had completely forgotten who they were until he just showed up and reminded them, and then Rand would give them a task, and boom, they have the purpose and motivation and everything. And it was like him walking by that apple orchard, and the apples were rotten and falling apart, and just by showing up and saying, "Hey guys," everybody was like, "Oh wait, what is this weird funk we were in? Let's get our shit together."
Yep. So, feel something in the air. What's this? There's always stuff in the air.
Well, there got to be white stuff, Alan.
Because there's magic everywhere.
Success can be all races. It doesn't have to just be white. It's weird you would point that out.
We got snow last night.
There you go. Picks out Duran, because of Min's viewing, to be like the lieutenant, the commander, and he's like, "All right, we're gonna go find a place like abandoned building. We're gonna recruit some soldiers. You know what? You guys need some better armor. Hey, make a gateway real fast. All right, the standard tier. All right, we're gonna fill in. And they start just like getting armor to everyone, brand new shining armor to every single person in the whole warehouse.
He's like, we'll bring some people through. He's like, nope, we're not bringing anybody through. These
not people
themselves.
Yep,
Like
we're just bringing supplies.
Ebadar is going to pick themselves up by their own bootstraps.
By the time they're done, he has 500 soldiers.
And it's like there's more showing up, and they run out of room. So they're like, "But how are we going to feed everybody?" He goes, "Well, follow me. I got an idea." Yep. Goes down to the docks, and like the guards are there, like, "You can't pass here." He like lifts up the whole like barrier and just like throws it aside with the powers. Like, what'd you say?
The guy from the Merchant Council comes and he's like, "You left us. You're garbage."
He's like,
"Well, you did a phenomenal job. I appreciate you. I'm going to ignore what you're saying. Open up the 51st bag." "Well, I opened up the first 50. We'll open up the 51st. Opens
they're all
it.
rotted. And it's
Good grain.
Good grain. They're all great.
He's like, but the first 50. Why would we go to 51 when we already opened 50?
Yeah. So you just opened up only 50 bad ones. Because what are the chances of that? It's not probable, but it's not impossible.
I would have liked to see Rand. I mean, if he's truly Zen Rand, obviously he can't explain everything to them, but he could have given a little more honesty. He has this guilt that it's not just that he abandoned them; it's that the path that he was on and the choices he was making was causing all of this. So, like, even though he's given these people purpose again, and he's identifying, hey, there is food, there's a way to make this work, he's not taking responsibility. And I feel like, they called him out for abandoning him and kind of blaming him. There was an opportunity for him to be like, you're not wrong. I effed up last time. And I wasn't doing things right. But I've got it more figured out now. And here's evidence of that, the food thing. Just putting it at chance. And even making them think that somehow it was their fault for giving up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish he would have taken a little more responsibility, even though like he still empowers these people. This guy that, all right, if you would have checked one more bag, you would have found that there were good ones too. He gives them a position of authority and whatnot, and everybody's kind of happy. It still didn't feel like him taking responsibility for it, and I think that's important. No, I'm not hating on Rand. I'd have done it slightly different, is all.
Yeah. That's it for that part of the chapter. That was.
He's got the whole world in his hands. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the chapter. I mean, there's a lot of description, of the viewings and stuff like that in this chapter, but like that's pretty much the gist of what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You ready for parlay?
Parlay, yes.
Parlay. That's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for. Yep. So start with Perrin. He's marching over because he's made a decision last time that not last chapter we had with him, but the last episode we recorded that he's going to go and confront the White Cloaks. And Grady and Neild tell Perrin that they're well enough right now to channel, but they can't make gateways, but they can channel. And Grady's just like, we just do a little more practice with it. And Perrin begins to think, about the axe and the hammer and just the difference between the two and which one is more important to him. Not necessarily more important to him, but like which tool to use. Do I use the axe or the hammer?
Yeah. I mean, this is a very pivotal point. Mm-hmm. So first off, we have Fael, who's actually listening, and she's kind of in the background now, which is a plus for Perrin because he doesn't need to worry about that. And he's marching to battle. He realizes that his plan to move people away from the battle did not work, and he has to figure that out. Like, what's preventing that? And is that the Dark One's touch, or is there something more? But then, like you said, he realizes the axe does kill, but with the hammer, I have a choice. It's the hammer I can use to destroy or create, but the axe really only has one job.
Yep.
And so he's making this mental idea that at some point he's going back to the hammer, though he has the axe with him. He's realizing that there's a line he does not want to cross, and he wants to try to make good with the white cloaks. So he actually asks the eyes to die and the wise ones to help him. He's like, I want y'all to just shake the earth, break it up a little bit in front of the white cloaks. That way I can spook them. And then I'm going to have people, shoot arrows. I just want to scare the bejesus out of them.
And the Aes Sedai refuse, though, because they're like, can't use the one power as a weapon. He's like, whatever. The Ashman do it. Yeah.
It's like, I don't agree that was a use as a weapon. Like that, they were using it on the land. Well, we're using a weapon on the land. Well, I mean, by that argument, you should never use the one power at all. If you're going to grow a crop.
Aes Sedai that take the 3 oaths are fucking useless.
Yeah, like, you know what?
Dumbest thing ever.
We're taking we're cutting your rations in half because you're not helping us out. Yeah. Done.
Yep.
Just absolute garbage.
Yeah. So yeah, and then after losing all the arrows, was it Arganda comes running up? Was like, what are you doing? Like, that is like all the arrows that we've made so far. You just unloaded them like without even killing anyone. And he's like, yeah, I need to show force. And he's like, yeah, but now we don't have any left. And he's like,
yeah, he doesn't know that.
Don't know that. And they would never think that we would do that to show force. Like, so they would be thinking like, oh crap, he has more. And like our god is like, oh, actually that's kind of clever. Yeah. He's like,
yeah, it's one of those things where like I can try and think about it from parents' perspective, but my entire time in the military, I can't relate to this at all. I traveled all over when I was in Iraq, we were in the Baghdad area, and literally everywhere we had soldiers in and around Baghdad, and then some, and even occasional trips up to Ramadi. I was traveling nonstop. And a lot of times it was just me and my chaplain, and we were hitching rides and just finding our own way to get to places, right? I never had to make decisions even close to what parents doing. There was always someone I could call. Like, I always had more. When we were traveling, I was one of the few people, I wasn't even an NCO at the time, and I was able to make direct calls to division for aviation support.
Yeah.
There was no bluff. If I needed to, if I could be like, hey, we're stuck here and that building across the way is shooting at us. Like, the building would just get removed. There wouldn't be a building anymore. So,
yep.
Yeah, so kind of a ballsy move for him to.
It is, but
put it all out there.
It seems to work. Yeah,
it worked.
And Perrin uses Grady to amplify his voice and requests parlay. He's like, "Hey, I came to you on your terms. Now you can come to me on my terms. Let's talk about this some more." And they answer back saying, "All right, fine. We'll meet." And he's like, "All right, let's get a pavilion. Can you make a gateway to do that fast?" And it's like, "No, dude. I told you I can't make gateways." He's like, "All right, well, how long will it take? An hour? Okay. Meet here in an hour." He's definitely trying to be more impressive, like to pop a pavilion up like within like 5 minutes. Like, yeah, this is how.
Well, he was more progressive impressive. Thank you. Or at least Fayo thought so. She's like, "You've changed somehow. I can't quite figure it out. Can't put my finger on it, but I like the new you."
I'll let you put your finger on it later. Giggity.
Yeah.
And and again, I gotta always give Perrin his props. His goal is to change the battle, to avoid battle entirely, and to essentially make the parlay happen.
Yeah.
Because he realizes the land would be better for growing than it would be for bloodshed. So hopefully he makes it happen.
For sure.
Yep. So
we've got to at some point, I'd rather not wait to the very end as like an afterthought. We have to address the inability to create gateways. What is this, Chris?
Like I said, I think that's the Dark One doing his thing and preventing it from happening. Or, what's his name sitting in the Black Tower? That are Forsaken.
Yeah.
He's got a block on things. What do you think?
I was thinking one of two things. One, it could be the pattern itself, and Perrin is a Taviran, and if he's making this decision to be this type of leader and who he wants to be, and only kill when you absolutely have to, the pattern is restricting it to kind of force this parlay and things to happen the way they have to happen, right? There's that, but that seems weird. The Taviranness hasn't really worked like that before. The only other thing I could think of is that there is somebody strong enough in the immediate vicinity that has the ability to F up those weaves and is trying to force the confrontation and not let people escape, which means Forsaken in one of the two camps.
Interesting.
We shall see.
We shall see.
I don't know. I can't think of anything else. But although the evidence of shit going down at the Black Tower, I hadn't thought of that. But I guess, is that what you were hinting at? That stuff's going down there?
Well, not necessarily anything's going down yet, but that he is the one, the Forsaken. Taim, Matt and Taim is actually like preventing people from traveling. Those were his people. They're not his people anymore because they're clearly with the dragon. So maybe he's got them blocked or something somehow.
Oh, wait. One other thing. Remember when Perrin was running around with Hopper and they found like that weird shield bubble thingy?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe where they're at is inside of that. And that's somehow preventing it?
Interesting.
Well, and especially since he mentions Rand and Matt a few times, but there's no mention of him shimmering to them. Did you catch that?
Like, thinking about...
Yeah. Like, so in this conversation with Galad, he mentions Rand, and normally when they mention Rand, they kind of...
Like he has a vision of like exactly where he's at, or he could see him or sense him.
But this time that does not happen.
Okay. So maybe it has to do with that shield bubble thingy that I have no freaking guess what's going on there.
I don't know. Good question.
Actually, haven't thrown that around. Now I'm thinking it is the shield bubble thingy. That's where I'm going to put my money, but I don't know anything about it.
Gigantic buble.
Maybe a buble.
Well, does it surround the two rivers?
They're not at the two rivers.
But it's surrounding them, keeping them from traveling to the two rivers.
No. But this bubble thingy that they ran into in the dream world, were we given any sort of indication of how big it is and what it encompasses?
No.
So, like, all right, if it covers the two rivers and the surrounding area there, like, that would make sense. When all this shit went down with Manethrin and, like, the wife that, like, lost her mind and, shit got destroyed or whatever, and she burned out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one thing she did on the way out was tied a knot on this way of protecting the folks in the two rivers. I'm reaching here. Gosh, I wish I thought about this before so I could thought all the way through. All right, remember.
Give it a Michael Bublé.
Okay, but so the Aes Sedai who've been searching for people that can channel knew nothing about the two rivers. What was it? Lan and Moraine kind of went down there on a hunch and then found the most powerful channelers coming from this area.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm gonna think about this more, and I'll probably bring it up again next chapter. I think there's something very special about life under this bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But for now, we get the Lord.
Yep. Yeah, we switched to Galad, who is considering going to this parlay, and he's talking to his Bornhold and Bayar. And he's having second thoughts too, because he had told his men to avoid the Aes Sedai, and that because of their rules that they wouldn't use the one power. But now that this just happened in front of them, he's like, "Is that true still? Like, I don't know if we can trust any of this."
No, he
doesn't know about he doesn't know about the Oshaman though. So like,
but he does say that he fully believes that the Aes Sedai themselves.
Yeah, that was the wise ones, not the Aes Sedai.
So, yes.
Yeah, but when he agrees to the parlay, he tells his people, he's like, "Hey, when I go down there, if this goes south, I'm changing what I said before, and you need to target the channelers and make them a priority."
Oh yeah.
Jokes on them. If
I die, attack with no remorse. Yeah.
They don't know what the Ashaman. So jokes on them. If they even try to do that, they're all dead.
Oh yeah. Pop their heads like pimples. Just point and pop.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so Bayar and Bornhold are really against him even meeting with Perrin. They're like, no, we just attack. Like it's there's no point of even meeting with him. He's just gonna manipulate you.
But he does anyway.
And he gets up the hill, gets to the pavilion, and the first thing he sees is Barrelane. And he's
like, "Oh my gosh, Becky,
giggity."
All right. Now I'm pretty sure Chris and I called this when we were trying to figure out. Remember, Barrelane and Fail had their conversation, and they were like, "Barrelane, you need to get with somebody else." And we were like, "Who could that be?" Galad came up in conversation.
I believe so.
Yes,
I do believe we discussed that,
we called that.
I think I still think it's a perfect fit. It satisfies a lot of problems.
It does.
Yeah,
and he realizes and Perrin makes a big power move. This is where Perrin really starts to take over as the Lord. He's like,
"Yeah,
we have Verlaine here, we have the Queen of Gildan here, we have my wife, who's the cousin of the Queen of Saldea, And he goes, well, he's got two literal queens and then a family member of the royal court.
Right. Like, it's like, do you really
want Galad being raised the way he was, as much as he might want to try and maintain a certain cool, there's decorum to follow.
Yeah.
He's bowing to this, he's bowing to that, my lady this, your majesty to that. Like, he's going through all the protocol, and it's sinking in like, man, this situation is not what I thought it was.
Yeah. And then somebody goes, wait a second, you have great decorum. He's like, well, I'm stepson of, Morghese. I'm a Dracan. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, and he's like, yeah, I'm the step brother of Elaine. And there's like, well, how's your sister? He's like, well, I don't know. And then Perrin's like, oh, she's doing great. She's actually got the throne and set and ready to marry Rand. And he's like, wait, what?
So yeah,
he's like, well, this isn't about my sister. He's like, but I mean,
this is about this is about you paying for your punishment. It's like, it was like, what, because I killed two white cloaks? He's like, you just admitted it. He's like, yeah, I admit it, but it was
they killed a friend of mine.
Yeah, it was justified.
I was
provoked. Like, it wasn't just murder. It was provoked. It was justified.
Bornhold jumps in. He's like, you killed my father. He wasn't one of those.
It's like the Shan Chan killed your father. Shut up, Bornhold.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah. the admitting. All right. So I didn't know he would go that far, but he straight up admitted here that his friend was Hopper, a wolf.
A wolf.
And then that just really, he dug his grave there.
Yeah, they're like, wolves are known are creatures of the dark. It's like, wolves hate the shadow. Like, what are you talking about? It's like, you don't know anything. Like,
man.
Yeah.
I didn't initially know. Once Perrin did that, I was like, there's no way to get out of this. You're not going to convince all these people.
Yeah.
Eventually, the conversation about having a fair trial, I started thinking, I was like, okay, it would be ridiculous, but would also be very cool if during the trial, Perrin convinced all the wolves, be like, hey, all the wolves in like 100-mile radius, like just come sit next to me. I need to prove a point. And then they just all freaking show up.
Yep.
And they're like docile and chilling next to him.
Yeah.
Like
that's in my mind.
That's got to be the winning part of the trial. Something like that has got to happen.
And he offers the trial, and then God's like, well, who's going to judge? He's like, Barrelane can is like, she's under your control. Well, how
about some Aes Sedai? No.
Like, these are white cloaks. They don't trust that as their decision. Like, that's not going to happen. And meanwhile, they're just gonna like, well, I guess we're at impasse. I guess we're just gonna have to go to battle. Like,
well, let's have some tea.
Yeah, Perrin's like, well, shit, I need tea.
Yeah,
let's get some tea first.
And Galad looks up and sees the serving lady and is like, "Mom."
He's like a ghost. He's like, this can't be. Goes up, touches her face, and when Gaze is like, Galad, what are you doing here? And he's like, it is you. And everybody's like, the fuck is happening here?
And Perrin's like, Megden? It's like,
Megden?
That's for Gaze.
This is your queen.
Like, this is your queen. He's like, and Perrin's like, is that true? And she's like, yeah, it is. I am the queen.
Well, she was like, it's partially true.
I've also forgotten all my oaths, and
I passed it on to Elaine. I'm no longer queen.
I've abdicated. That's the right word.
Yeah,
abdication. Yeah.
It was despite all that, like, so obviously because of this, he agrees to at least some sort of pause. Like, all right, we're not going to fight today. Hey,
it gets even deeper,
Mom, come back with me. I'll rescue you.
And she's like, I'm not captive. You had the wrong idea. He's like, what? She's like, yeah, you don't really know this man.
Yeah, he's not a dark friend.
He's rough around the edges. He's not exactly my cup of tea, but also
I don't agree with
he's not a bad dude.
But
yeah, there was that. Valda was killed for killing Morghese, and now he realizes he has to deal with that now because he justified a killing he did not have to do. Even though Valda was not a good person and did deserve to die.
Sure. Yep.
But I mean, a whole can of worms opened up here.
He's kind of the same boat too, where he thought his killing was justified. Here's him killing Perrin. His killing wasn't justified, where he's now has blood in his own hands too. Yeah. So
that's just war. And so he's like, well, would you accept your mother as a judge? And they're like, well, yeah. He's like,
Bornhold and Bayer are like, no. And he's like, are you saying my mother's not impartial? I was like, well, no.
Yeah, Galad checked them real fast. like, say it to my face.
What'd you say, my mom? What'd you say, my mom?
And she's like, I will not temper my position just because you helped me and saved me. And he's like, okay, I accept. Perrin's like, this is good. Like, yes. He's like, give me 3 days to prepare.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I think Perrin needs to be released from this guilt also.
Yeah.
Having the trial is not just Perrin's desperate attempt to like get out of this situation. Perrin needs this as well. For him to get over, because he struggles with all of the killing he's done so far.
Yeah.
And there's plenty that he probably doesn't need to be vindicated for, but this was the first. Those were the first ones he killed.
Well,
I mean, outside of Trollocs.
There'll be some continuity here. Like, once all this is clear, you'll have this one massive army now.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
No matter how it ends, you got one massive army to move forward towards, the final battle.
Yeah. And just to take Kami Kami's point from chat, yes, him killing Valda was 100% justified. Just in Galad's eyes, he doesn't believe it was justified. But yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
As a reader, we know it was 100% justified. I'm not saying it wasn't. That's not what I'm saying.
Galad is the one who said, "Oh shit,
I didn't want to." By saying that, I didn't want people to think that I said it wasn't just no.
Yeah,
we're not justifying it.
No, Valda deserved to die.
That's why I said the point of Valda is evil. He deserved to die.
Sure. 100%. Yeah.
This 100%. Is going to be an issue for Galad moving forward.
Yeah.
And so he actually like sits with Morghese, and she kind of gives him peace. So I think we're going to get that chapter at some point here in the very near future.
Yeah.
It's her kind of giving him peace, and then, kind of learning more about what's going on with Elaine. And then I feel like she's going to have to make a decision to actually go like help support her daughter. So we'll see some growth and some changes moving forward.
Definitely.
Interesting. I didn't think about what's next after all of this because I'm still trying to figure out how all of this comes together. But what's next for Morghese? You think she goes straight to helping Elaine? I mean, maybe that's where she would be drawn. I don't know, but like if she's truly done with the throne,
that would be bad for Elaine, though. Like
it would, and I think she would recognize that.
Anytime you have a ruler that abdicates, they really just have to go into exile. They can't stay.
Right, but she has love for her children.
Period, but they can't stay permanently, just because there's always going to be the question of your authority.
I could see her sticking around with Galad.
Yeah,
barreling. I could see her deciding to stay with Perrin.
Yeah,
but I actually think I don't know. The last place I would want to see her, I don't know what she would do, but I would not want to see her go and stay with Elaine.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you say it. I mean, I was thinking more along the lines of her being a good grandma and not an ex-ruler, but
true. And when she finds out about the kiddos, that might actually draw her in.
I could see her sticking with Galad and helping to turn the tide there. I could see that.
Yeah.
Plus, I do think as much as she might not want to because Perrin demanded it, I think she's pretty much down to get married. I think instead of having a giant battle here, we have a bunch of wolves show up to be the best men at Morghese's wedding.
Nice.
Yep. And that's it.
Yeah. He insisted Galad also does the prisoner exchange as well. And the verdict is made legally binding Gillidan by Eliandra. So there's all that stuff. Everything's all wrapped up. 3 days they'll meet for a trial. And that's how we end these chapters. Yay.
Chris, there's no way Perrin gets through this trial without having the wolves show up.
Agreed.
And I'm so excited about that. If that doesn't happen, this could be the first time I'll be disappointed in this series.
It's everybody's dream. That would be even cooler.
Oh, didn't even think of that. That'd even be
That would
Hopper
really
could testify.
Like, did you
in everybody's
all
dreams?
Have the same dream? Bet you did. Did you all dream of wolves? Does it make you all dark friends? Of course not. They came.
Did Hopper talk to you?
Yeah. Because you pick them in a lineup.
All right.
But I don't think Perrin reveals everything about who he is and what he can do in this situation. That'd be too much for these books. This series doesn't have somebody being that honest.
Yeah.
So he's not going to show all of his cards of what he can do. Yeah. Or does he? Because we're near the end. I don't know.
We're halfway. We're halfway through this book.
I mean, we're near the end of the series.
Oh, sure.
Well,
bro, we're not.
Perrin is halfway through his development, so we're getting there.
Yeah.
By the end of this book, he'll have it mastered, and Slayer will be dead.
Yeah. So,
Morghese should declare a mistrial.
Anything else from this? Okay. Favorite character?
Perrin. That's why because he's become the hammer.
It's a good pick.
Yeah. He's going to be a creator moving forward.
Cool.
Who's the guy that saved the dude that's working for Rand up in the Blight?
The guy who saved the dude who's working for Rand at the Blight.
The guy that essentially forfeit his life to be able to save the dude.
His name is Yoldi, something like that.
Yeah, we might have given him a shout out in the previous chapter, but I'm gonna give it to him again because
Yoli. That's it. Yeah,
because it wasn't just that when he made the decision to go save him, he thought, "Oh man, I might be screwed. They might kill me." When he made the decision to go and save them, he made the decision to forfeit his life.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like it's his belief and on his honor, he has to. There's just more depth to what we saw happen in previous chapters. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a bear lane. for being there to distract Galad during everything.
Her curvaceous self.
He could not keep his thoughts straight that entire time. He was trying. He tried.
I haven't been excited about her flirting with anybody, but like I want her and Galad to live happily ever after. Like I don't mean anything negative by it, not even as a distraction. I think it would be great. I think it's a great match for these two.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Well, next week we'll be doing 3 chapters, 27, 28, 29. So a call to stand. It's 27. 28 is oddities. And 29 is a terrible feeling. I had one of those.
I got a feeling.
I had one of those the other night. Terrible feeling. I ate something. Just it wasn't a good feeling. Yeah.
Did you test out the new bathroom?
Oh yeah, it's been tested. It works.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't you know?
Guys, I installed a new toilet not that long ago in my condo, and when you go to Home Depot or Lowe's and you look at like the advertisements they have to try to sell them, they have these things like this toilet can flush 24 golf balls, and I'm like, what the hell kind of? I mean, I guess it gets the point across, but I have a toilet in here that can flush like 24 golf balls apparently.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Or the advertisement at Lowe's.
I don't know why they thought to do that. I guess it's less crude than talking about the actual. Anyways.
Yeah. Yep. So, anyways, yeah. Yeah, those are our chapters we're doing. Any thoughts? Terrible feeling.
Like I said, I hope this first one gets us through Perrin. Like I need that to happen.
Oh, you think it's gonna happen this book?
That's the only storyline like I want to see work itself out right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's officially like the storyline.
Well, now the rest are like 3 books later because we only have 1 book after this, so it's not like I can do like previous books and be like, oh yeah, you think it's gonna happen in 3 books from now? You know things are gonna wrap up.
How many chapters do we have left in this book? Are we over halfway through this book?
There are a total of 57 chapters in this book, and we're at 26, so almost half.
Halfsies. Yeah, this book. Oh, excuse me.
About halfsies. About halfway.
It needs to happen this book.
Okay.
Yeah, by the time we're done this reading, we'll be a little over halfway. So.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, how you can find us at thewillreads.com. It's a website. Find links to all sorts of cool stuff like Patreon and merchandise and Discord and social media. I've been posting on Twitter again. I decided to go back to the X. I guess it's not Twitter. It's X. I still call it Twitter. I don't know. X is just weird.
Talking to your ex? Interesting.
No. I've not talked to her in a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
Like decades. I don't even think I recognize her on the street at this point. So anyway. Yeah, I mean, considering that we just celebrated how many years being married? 12, 13? Anyway.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah. Good times. That's go click the links. That's all I got. Subscribe, hit the like button. What all the things I'm supposed to say.
Yep.
Do this every week. Do those things. And
until next time.
Peace.
Okay, bye. Thank you for watching The Wheel Reads.
Until next time.
Okay, bye.
Get your Coast Guard certified life-saving device ready and strapped on.
Where are we doing tonight?
What kind of strap on you talking about?
Sure.